All of you. Welcome to the Upskill Institute. Today we will continue our Linux journey. Please confirm if I am audible to everyone and my screen is visible to all. Just a second. I have not enabled chat, I guess. Yeah. Now chat section is live. You can type if you can see the screen and yeah, perfect. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, good. So I hope you are enjoying these sessions. Let me know in the comments if yes. And the speed which we are going is little bit slow, but as considering the all audience, uh, we will slowly grow up with the speed as well. Okay, so yesterday we learned how to create user, how to delete the user, and we have overview of a file permission as well. So let's revise quickly. So we learned yesterday there are three types of file permission. The first one is a user permission, second one is a group permission, and third one is a other permission. So what is mean by user permission? So even if user has created the file, we can modify that permission to that particular user. Second thing we have seen, when we create any user, by default the group of that username get also created, and then we can skip that creating group as well. But let's keep it very simple. Let's say we have a company where all the employees are working in a one team. Let's take example of a finance or HR. So we have a five users. Five users are working in HR group. So what we do, we don't assign permission to individual user. Okay. So we will use a group permission. So for example, there are portals where payroll is uploaded, then there are some finance reports and everything. So anyone new joins to the team, rather than assigning all access to that user individually, we provide access to the group called a finance. And then the people who all are in that same group will have all the accesses of a group. So again, we don't need to do manually, or we just add that user to that group so that user will have all the required accesses to complete his work. So that is why the group is created. And then what is other? So let's say there is in your company, there is a file which has some confidential data related to the finance. Let's say it's a company's finance report, and it should not be published with the employee. So let's say accidentally someone got the link of that folder and he wants to access it, then he will not able to access it. So how we can define that? Using setting other. Like HR sends you the some files, right? So then HR wants everyone should have access to that files. Let's say it's a notice of a holiday, and everyone it's a holiday list, and everyone should access that file. Then there are some files which should be restricted to the group only. There are some files which should be available to all, and there are very confidential data that should not be accessible to anyone, neither in the user nor in the group or nor in the other. So how we can do that? So that's why a concept came here, file permission in Linux. So if you have worked on a Windows, so you may know how to do it. But Linux has a more granular permissions and we can have a more controller over the data. So let's start uh, practically. So first, what we need to do, we need some users so that we can understand how file permission work. So we have learned yesterday how to create a user. What is the command to create user? Let me know in the comments. So let me know if you how much part you remember. So let me know in the chat section what is the command to create a new user. So as you know, we have seen this is a standard user. So I am making this user as a temporary admin. So for that, what I am doing, I am using a word sudo as a prefix, and then I am typing command sudo add user. So you can see we have seen yesterday, I have logged in with this username, and this is the machine name to which I have logged in. So now I want to create a new user. So let's take a same example, sudo add user Rakesh. So now you can see it is creating a user. I will set a password for that user and our user is created. So these are optional part. So I will skip it. And now we can see our user is created. Let's create one more user so that we will have the complete understanding of it. Okay. So I can see a lot of user already given the answer in the comment. Very good, guys. So I hope you are enjoying and the learning should be a happy process so that we will learn easily and quickly. Okay. So nice guys, nice answers. I am impressed with your answers. It means you have attention to the class in detail from yesterday. So this help us to grow faster and get the speed. Okay. So let's move ahead and create the one more user. So I am giving the same password. Okay. Rest of the details we don't need at this point. Okay. So now we have created two users. Now let me know in the comments where to check that users has been created. So, this is the location where we can see the user. So this is a cat is a command which we have learned. It just simply show the data inside file. So this is a file called, remember the spelling, it is PASSWD, and it has all the list of all the users. So here you can see we have two users recently created, Rakesh and John. And then Rakesh has a user ID as 1003, group ID as a 1003. And he is a member of group Rakesh. Sorry, Rakesh is his first name, and this is John is the first name of it. So you can see there are comma separated values. So these are the values it has asked us during user creation. So now you can see this is John user, and so these are the two users which we have created. So now these are the normal users which we have created, and we know when we created the user. Okay, so now here you can see there are a lot of users account, but now you want to check a specific user. So then there we can add a filter to this command using grep command. So now you can see I can see here lot of details, right? So this may confusing me and lot of information which I don't need at this point. So then I can use a filter called a grep, and I want to, let's say, check user John. So I will just simply type John. So what this command does, it filters all the rows and it checks for the word John. And how many words, how many lines are having this John word, it will show that result. So here we have only one line with that word, and now you can see result has been narrowed down. So you can see earlier it was showing when I am doing cat, it was showing all the data which is present in this file. But now I have added a filter using command grep. So now it is showing the only result which is contains the value John. So now you can see this is a John. Same way, if you don't understand, I will explain it one more time. We, I want to check the user which I have created. I don't want to see all other users. So what I will do, I will use the command cat slash etc slash pswd and I will apply a filter. So grep command, what it does, it narrow down the result. It will check only, it will show the only those lines which contains the value Rakesh. So now you can see, I can see Rakesh. Let's see, I want to check one more user, if Sanjay user is available or not. So I can simply do the same thing. I will do grep and I will type username which I want to check. So now you can see it is not showing any result. It means there is a no single line which contains the word Sanjay. Okay. So now I hope you understand how to create user, how to filter the result using grep command. Okay. So now yesterday we have learned when we create any user, so by default location is assigned to that user under the folder slash home. So you can see this is the default location for the Rakesh user slash home slash Rakesh. Same thing for John slash home slash John. So now you can see I have currently logged in with the username enroll to upskill. Now I want to log in as a Rakesh. So how I can do that? So I can use the command su means switch user, and I want to type the name to which user account I want to log in. So I will do su Rakesh. So now you can see it immediately asks me the password for the username. I entered the password and press enter. Now you can see it is earlier it was enroll to upskill at the rate, and this is the our machine host name, means computer name. Here I have logged in with Rakesh. So username has been changed Rakesh, and I can see it is showing the same machine I am logged in. And here it is showing the path where my doing the actions. So now here you can see this is slash home slash enroll to upskill. So this is not my default location. So if I try to create any file, let's see what happens. Touch file. So it will show file permission denied. Why? Because I don't have access to this path. So what I need to do, I need to go to my default location, cd slash home slash Rakesh. So this is my default location assigned by the Linux system. Okay. So now let's try to same command, touch file, and check if I am able to create a file. So you can see I type the same command, touch file, and I did not get any error. It means I have access to create a files. So I can see ls and my file is available here. Okay. So now I want to create the user. Okay. So how I can create the user? Same thing, the same command I can use to create the user. But do I have access to do it? So for that, what I need to do, there is a groups called, okay. So first of all, how these accesses are done. So now you have a question like why I am typing sudo while creating the user, because there is a group called sudo. So now I want to check how many groups are present. So how I can do that? So first of all, I need to check. So I will do cat slash etc slash group. And now you can see this is the list of groups which is present in my system. So at the first group is root. And how many users are there? So these are the IDs. Root 0 is ID. And I told there are the IDs up to 0 to 99. Those are reserved for the Linux system. So you can see up to uh, these are the group IDs, right? So when I create a user, manual user, it starts from the 100, sorry, 1000. So this is a first group with the ID 1000. Then there is another group created by the system. So this is a Google sudoers, means this group is created by the Google Cloud and it has assigned ID 1002. Then there is enroll to upskill, so 1002. And then for Rakesh, it has given ID as a 1003 and for John 1004. So here you will find it will have same user ID and same group ID when we are creating a group. So these are the groups. So now you have seen, like when I am adding a sudo, so here is a group called a sudo. So again, you can see it is a little bit difficult to find it. So what I can do, we can improve the result using grep command, grep sudo. And now you can see we got all the lines which has the word sudo. So you can see this is there is a group called a sudo and the ID of group is 27 and who is the uh, these are the details of that group. Same thing, there is one more word sudo in this Google sudoers. So grep command will simply filter the result based on the words. So the sudo is present in this line as well, and this is present in this line as well. So it will just simply filter your results. It's like a find and search in Windows. Okay. So we have seen enroll to upskill is having access to create the groups because this is a default user. But when I try to create a user with a Rakesh, it says it is not allowing me to do it. So if I type sudo and type command add user and just give a name Mahesh, so it is asking me for a password of Rakesh. So I am entering a password for Rakesh, and now you can see it is giving a message Rakesh is not in the sudoers file. It means Rakesh is not a member of sudo group. So how I can give a sudo permission or admin permission to create? So let me know in the comments from the Linux guys, what is the command I can use to give the sudo permission to the user? I want answer from the Linux person who know the Linux commands. Okay, I have getting responses. Okay, chmods. Yes, but I want to add sudo permission to the user Rakesh. So what will be the command? Linux guys, I want responses from you. No one is able to answer. Linux guys, you forget how to create the sudo user. Okay, people are typing. I want to wait for a minute so that you can remember and answer the question. So this is very important part. We need to give a permission to user sudo permissions. Okay. Okay, I will give you a hint. If you don't remember the init about command, you can use the help option, right? Okay, I see. Yes. Sudo perfect. So I am getting a lot of answers. Guys, you are very nice, very attentive. By conferring /etc sudo, Vijay says, Raman says sudo user mod -ag sudo username. Vikash Kumar, all equal to all, but not sure. Okay, no problem. etc/sudoers file. Okay, all guys, you have given the correct answers. Uh, there are multiple ways we can do. We can add, we can edit the config, edit the sudoers file and give the permission to the users. Okay, but the easiest way is to add user to the sudoers group. Okay, people are typing. Okay, so I will show you how we can do that. So first of all, here, who can give admin access? The one who has already admin access. Only that person can give admin access to the user. So now here, let's check who is logged in. So Rakesh. So we have seen Rakesh is not in the sudoers file. So what we need to do? We need to find the user who has already access to the sudo. Okay. Then we need to log out from this. And now you can see I am logged in with the user called enroll to upskill. So this user has the sudo permission access because he is a member of a uh, sudo group. So now this person, this user can give access. So what we can do, we can add that user to the sudo groups. So we have seen sudo group is there, and this is a sudo group. You can see if the user is a member of this group, then only this will have access to the sudo. So how we can do that? Using a command. Again, we need to use sudo because if we don't use a sudo, this user will not able to do that. Then we have a command called user mod. What it means, we have to modify the user permission. And then ag, small ag, small a means append. So add this group to that membership, and then this is a group name, and we need to type the user which we want to add to that group. So now you can see it has been successfully added. And now uh, we can see the user permission, like what are the group members he's assigned. So this is a simple way. So try to understand here what we have done. Uh, sudo I have added because enroll to upskill don't have the permission to do that. So I am made enroll to upskill as a temporary admin or temporary sudo user. And then command I have used is a user modify. So what it does, user modify means it will changing the user permissions. So hyphen a means append. Append means it will not, why we use append? Let's say if I don't use hyphen a and Rakesh is already member of HR group. And if I don't use hyphen a, then he will replaced. His membership will get replaced. So hyphen a means Rakesh will have access to existing groups as well as he will get more access of this group. So that's why hyphen a stands for append and G. Okay. So now let's say we don't know anything, right? So what we can do, we can type command and ask for the help. So I can simply type user mod and type help. Okay, yes, it is hyphen help. Yes, user mode hyphen help. So here you can see what is the this command does. So I just type user mod or any command and you can type hyphen help. So it is showing user mod. Then we have to give the options and login. So option hyphen a, which we have used, it is doing the task of appending. Either you can use hyphen a or you can type hyphen hyphen append. So both is the same. So what it does, append the user to the supplemental groups mentioned by the hyphen G option without removing the user from other groups. So this is important. If you are adding any user, so you don't, it should, if you don't use a hyphen A, it will remove that user from his existing membership. Then it is hyphen B. It means bad name, allow bad names. So yesterday we were trying to create user John with J capital and it was not allowing. So if you want to create J as a capital user ID, then we can use a parameter as a hyphen B. Then hyphen C is comment. So these are the directories, like you can see hyphen D home or home directory. So we have seen by default, the home directory comes with slash home slash username. If we would want to give him the other home directory, then we can use hyphen D. And then expire date. So we know, let's say we have contractors and they have joined our organization for 1 year. So the contract is going to change after terminate after 1 year. So we want the access should be removed automatically after 1 year. In that case, we can use the parameter or option hyphen E or hyphen hyphen expire date. And then this is a GID, G means hyphen G means group ID. And then this is a, so this is a primary group hyphen G, and this group is number of groups. So these are the commands like which you can use. So this help command not only work for this user mode, but if you are using any command, let's say I want to see how to use add user help. And here I will get all the list of a command. So this is the add user, and these are the options or parameters which I can use. So if I have to add the system user, then I will add hyphen hyphen system. If I want to add user to the group, like let's say I don't want to create a new group for that user. So I can add hyphen hyphen group and I can add it to the existing group. So if I want to add user, extra user, user group, add an existing user to an existing group. So like that, these are the options which I can use while running the commands. So now what we have done, our intention was give the sudo access. Okay. Here I have a question from Anup Kumar slash etc sudoers file user add hyphen u 0 student hyphen a for. So hyphen a stands here for the appending. It means like, for example, we will check the groups cat slash etc slash password. So here we have added admin to the Rakesh. So we can see 1003, 1003. We want to see the groups, right? User mod hyphen G and then username Rakesh. It should list. Okay, it is not showing. Okay. So here we want to see all the groups. So we can type groups and then username Rakesh. So you can see here Rakesh is a member of a sudo group and users group. So this is a primary group of Rakesh, Rakesh colon Rakesh. Same thing we want to see the groups of John. So we can type groups John. So it will show how many groups John is a member. So here you can see John is a member of John group itself, and then he's a member of users. Same thing, we can check the groups for enroll to upskill. Typo error, guys. Enroll to upskill. Okay. Now here you can see this is the root account. When we log into the console, we logged in with this. So you can see how many group membership it has. So by default, the same group with the name. Then he is a group of EDM. dial out, CD-ROM, floppy, audio, deep video, plug dev, LXD, net dev, and Ubuntu. So by default, he is the member of all the groups. So what we have done, we wanted to give the sudo permission to the Rakesh. So we have added that user using a group to that user. Yes. So Vijay is also suggesting the one more. So like we can use ID command as well so that this will list all the group member. So here, this is also command. Using ID command, we can see all the membership. So here you will get the IDs of the group as well. So here you can see user ID is 1003, group ID is 1003, and groups of which he is a member. So he is a member of group Rakesh, he is a member of sudo, and he is a member of users. So these two commands are there. There are multiple commands using which you can face the same result, but important is you should able to check the user group, user permission, so that whenever you found any issue, you will not have any problem and you will able to understand. So I hope what is sudo concept you can clear to everyone here. Okay, so now let's try to do create. So earlier what we found, Rakesh was not able to create user accounts. So let's see if now he is able to create or not. So now I am doing SU, means switch user to Rakesh. So I am switching to Rakesh. You can see here, now it is logged in with the Rakesh. And then it is logged into the user directory of a enroll to upskill. So now let's see if he is able to create the files. You can see permission denied because this, though he is a member of sudo, we have not mentioned like he need to create the files using sudo. So now I am doing him a temporary admin. So it will ask me a password. It's like just your Windows. When you try to install any application, it prompts you for the admin password. So let's see. Now again, you can see I am not able to do ls. So I need to do sudo every time. Then only I can see the ls. So now here you can see the file has been created. Okay. So now we want to see. Okay. So this was all about creating user, giving the sudo access to user. And now we are moving to next topic, that is file permission. So now here I have Rakesh is able to create the file. So we want to see what permissions that file is having. So for that, I can do sudo ls -a. Sorry, so ls -a, it will show all the files. I need to use -l. Now you can see who is the owner of that file. So this is a file, and these three blocks represent the user permission. So user who created that file. Then next three blocks represents the group permission. Sorry, these three blocks. This is represent the file or directory. It is hyphen, it means it is a file. These three read, write, and execute. So this file don't have a user don't have a execute permission. Dash means nothing. And this is a group permission. So group has only read access. Group can read that file, but cannot write. Then this is others. Read, only read permission, like group and others both are having the read permission. They cannot write it into the file. So let's switch to the Rakesh original directory so that we don't need to use all the time. CD /home/Rakesh. Okay. So let's see if there is any file. There is a one file. Okay. So I want to create one repository here or directory. So now here you can see if I am doing ls, so I can see the one directory and file. And now I want to see the permission for that. So now here you can see the first character is a D. So it represents, sorry. So it represents directory. So this dir, you can see the color is a little bit blue color and this is a white color. So this blue color represents it is a directory, and at the beginning also you can see it is mentioned as a D, and at the bottom, this is just file. So it starts with a hyphen. So depending on the type of file, the first character will change. If it is directory, it will show D. If it is file, it will show hyphen. Then now you can see these are the three blocks: read, write, and execute. So for this directory, this user is a Rakesh and group is a Rakesh. The second Rakesh is a group. So this is a user permission. User can read, write, and execute that file. Again, the member of the group also can read, write, and execute the files. And for others, there are the permission for read and execute. X means execute, but no one can write that files. So now what we will do, uh, we have one more user, right? So what we have done, we have created a user called John. And now let's try to access this file to John and see if John is able to access that file or not. Okay, so for that purpose, what we need to do, we need to check first other permission. But again, so this for others, the permission of these files are read and execute. So let's see if John can able to access this file. So we know the path where the file is located. It is located at home Rakesh. So I am just changing the user. So now here you can see I am logged in with the user John and the location is home/Rakesh. So here I am other, right? So if I do ls, so you can see permission denied. Like I don't, uh, Rakesh is not having access to this Rakesh location. So for that, what we need to give a membership of a Rakesh group. So how we can do that? First, we need to log out from this user. So now you can see Rakesh is available. So Rakesh has now sudo access, right? So Rakesh can give access to the John. So how we can give? So he need to use a sudo because, and then user mod, and now he want to add the group called Rakesh and to the user John. So here it may be little bit confusing, but try to remember this Rakesh is a group name and this John is a username. And now you can see the John is having the access to that group. So how we can check? We can check using two commands: groups John, and now you can see the now John user is a member of Rakesh group. Or you can check with the command ID John and you will get the same result, but the representation will be different. So here you can see groups John. This shows membership of groups to the John. So John, this is a user John, and these are assigned groups. So John is a group one, users is group two, and Rakesh is third group. Same thing, you can see user ID is of John is 1004, group ID is 1004, and the member of group which he is, so he is a member of these three groups. And these are the IDs of those group, these are the group IDs. Okay, so now let's try to access the file created by the Rakesh. So I will do su John. It is again asking me password because when I'm switching, I need to use the password, just like we do in Windows, same thing. Okay, now let's see if I am able to ls. So now here you can see I am able to do ls. Why? Because now John is a member of a group Rakesh, and now he can see the files, directory and file. Then see what are the permission here. For directory, it has permission read, write, and execute for the group members of Rakesh. So now John can read, write, and execute that directory. And then for others, write, execute, and read access are there. But when it comes to the file, let's see, user has a read, write permission, and group member are also having read, write permission. And for others, only read permission. So now being Rakesh, member of John group, he has what permission? RW permission are there, means he can read and write file. So let's see if he can read the file, do the cat file. Actually, it is a blank file, so it will not show a result. But now let's see if he can edit that file. So we can use a VI editor and open the file. So it is a blank file. So we have opened the VI editor. So we need to press insert key and change the mode of file to the insert mode. So he can now type John and save this file, and let's see if he is able to do that. So now you can see he is able to write the file. Let's check the content of the file, cat file. Hello friends, I am John. So now John can make the changes to that file. But now let's say Rakesh found like John has came to my file and he have made the changes which was not supposed to do it. Now Rakesh wants to restrict the access to other group, entire group. So how he can do that? So let's assume we are Rakesh. So I am going back to the Rakesh and log in myself as a Rakesh. So now here you can see I am logged in with the Rakesh. Okay. So I want to change the ownership of the file. So I will check first what are the permissions of that file. So here, this is a file, my file of a Rakesh. And here I found I have given read write access. These are the read write and access to myself, and for my group, there are read write and execute access. So now he thinks write access should not be there. There should be only read access. So how can he change the permission? So he need to type chown and he wants to change the group permission, right? So G equal to R. So he need to mention the file name as well. So I need to mention the file. Okay. G minus W. G minus W. If we did G minus W means write permission will be revoked. Oh, sorry, I forgot to type the username. Username is John. Okay, so I am just changing the sequence, nothing else, chown. So first here it should come username and then permission and then file name. Okay, let me clear these things so that you will not have a confusion. Okay, so let me check what are the files ls minus l. So here, what is default? This file has read write permission to user and read write permission to the group. So what I want to do, I want to change the permission of this file. So I need to use uh, change the I want to modify the access to this file. So what I can do, I can change the permission. How I can do? Chmod is the command. Chmod, and which permission I want to change? I want to change the permission for the group. So here you can see there is a permission read and write. So what I want to do? I want to remove the write permission. So how I can do that? So I can do G minus W. So it will change the file permission. G minus W will remove the write permission. And to which file I want to change? So I want to change to the file. And then it will change the permission. Now you can see chmod G minus W, and I have given the file name. So let's check again what does the file has been changed or not. So now here you can see earlier it was having read write permission to the group, and now you can see it has only read write and read permission to the group. So now here John will not able to write any content into that file. So let's check if he is able to do that or not. So I am switching to the user John, and I am doing ls. So I can see the file, but let's try to open the file in VI editor, VI file. So here I'm opening into insert mode. And I am trying to type anything, and I want to save it. So I am will save with WQ. So it is saying random read only option is set. Add exclamatory mark to override means this file is set to read only, and that's why John is not able to make the changes into the file. So if I want to override it, like forcefully write it, I can use exclamatory mark WQ. And now here you can see can't open file for writing because the permission of group are not changed. Means earlier the file was available for the group to read and write, but now Rakesh found the people are making changes and which should not be done there. So he changed the permission using command chmod. Okay, so now here you can see John cannot modify the file. So simply he need to quit using Q command. And if it is not allowing, then you can forcefully quit. So VI, so let's do the cat file and see if there are any changes in the file. So now you can see there are no changes in the file. So this is the way we can modify the permission. Okay. Okay, I have seen a lot of comments. Okay, guys. So very good answers, guys. Everyone has given answer as chmod, chmod. Thanks. So I was typing a wrong command. It is not chown, it is a chmod. Okay. So now I want John or no other group member should read that file as well. So how I can do that? I want to remove the permission of the file. Okay. So again, I need to go back to the Rakesh and type the password for Rakesh. Okay. So now I'm logged in with the Rakesh, and you can see there are two files. So ls-l. So I can see read write and read permission is there. So I don't want to give a read permission also. So I will do chmod and group permission. What I am doing, I am changing permission to the group. So I am doing G minus R and then name of a file. So now do ls-l. So now here you can see the user has a read write permission, but group has no permission at all. There are no file permission to the file for the groups. So now earlier John was able to read it at least, but now he will not able to read it file the file as well. So I am switching back to John. So to check permission has been applied or not. Okay. So I am doing ls. So you can see, I can see the file. Let me do cat file and you can see permission denied because there are no permissions, read permission to the group. The Rakesh has already removed the all permission from that file. Hence, though John is now member of Rakesh group, he cannot read the file. But what about the directory? So directory you can see here, he has still access to read, write and execute to directory. So let's create a file inside the directory. So we need to go inside the directory, cd dir and create a file. Touch file to, and now you can see ls, the file is created. So here how you can, he is able to create the file inside the directory because here there are permissions read, write, execute to the group. So these are the permission to group, read, write, execute. Now if Rakesh wants to restrict the permission of directory, then he can make the changes to that as well. So I am coming back to Rakesh as a user. Okay. So now you can see how now I am logged in with the user called Rakesh. So yesterday we have seen there are two ways to give the permission. So let me show it so that you will able to remember. We can give it two ways. The first way is using the characters and numbers. So now you can see there are two methods for permission. One is absolute method. It means we can use the numbers instead of characters. So for example, if you want to give permission, read permission, we can use the character 4 to 1. So the total of this, these are the three places. The 7 means total. 4 plus 2 plus 1, it is a total 7. So this is a permission given to the user. Then 6 means 4 plus 2, this is permission to the group. And third character represents permission to other, means read and execute. So we need to use the chmod, and the way which we now see using characters. A symbolic method. So in this, what we have done, u is equal to plus x, g minus w, o equal to w, using comma separated values, or we can give the permissions using a symbolic method. So this is called as a yugo method. And now we have done this. Now let's try to give this permission using this method, numbers method. So here you need to understand, here 7 is representing as the user permission, 6 is representing as the group permission, and 5 is representing at the other permission. If it is 00, it means no permissions to anyone, neither user has any permission, nor group or nor other. So this is the method which you can use, or you can use this symbolic method. So the one which you find suitable, you can go with anyone with that. Okay. So let's try to change the permission using the numbers. Syntax is same, no change in the syntax. You have to use chmod and then 3 digits and then file name. Okay. So now this is a file. So I want to use the same command chmod, and now here I want to give all permission to. Okay, first I would like to show the permission which we have currently. So now here you can see for this file there are read write permission and no permission to group and no permission to other. So this is a read write. So reads means 4, W means 2, and execute means 1. So if this is symbolically it is 6. First character 6, then 0, and then 4. So this is 604. So if I want to give all the permission, I will use 777. So you can see chmod 777, and then file name is a file itself. So let's do check. So now here you can see it is having all the permission: read, write, execute, read, write, execute. So now I want to remove all the permission to groups and other. I want to have only read, write permission to user. So I will do chmod 6. 6 means 4 plus 2, read and write. No permission to group, 0. No permission to others, 0. And then file name. So here, let's check ls-l. You will be see I have removed all permission for groups and others. And I have kept only read write permission to the only user. So this is the user, or this is the owner of the file, and this is the group to which it belongs. Okay. So this is about giving the permission. So this is very interesting. You can do a multiple scenarios. You can create a multiple users. You can give a multiple access. You can play with characters, or you can play with numbers. Both way is fine. Or you can give all permission at the once. So that is also fine. Okay. Okay. So now you have to answer in the comment what permission will be provided to the user. So be ready. So now here, what I am doing, I am giving a permission as 6, 5, 0 file. So now you have to answer in the comment what will be the permission to user, what will be permission. So these are the user permission, these are the group permission, and these are the other permissions. So what permissions will be applicable to the file? Let me know in the comment section. Quick. I am checking the result. So now here you can see the result is 6 means read and write. And I have given 5 means read and execute X. X for 1. So there are no write permission, but user can, other group members can execute the file. And 0 means no permissions. So all the permission will be, yeah, very good answers. User, nice. Okay. So this is the way you can do the practice. I hope this is little bit confusing, but it's easy if you understood the read means 4, write means 2, and execute means 1. So maximum permission will be 777. No permission will be 000. So there will be no number beyond than that. So 7 is the highest number and 0 is the minimalist number. Okay. So I hope you everyone understand how to give file permissions. So if you have a question, you can raise your hand and I will answer your queries. Okay, Shiva R, you are allowed to unmute and speak.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Shiva. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Okay. Actually, if I want to buy the recordings, uh, so It will be, I will can get the previous sessions recording or this session recordings.
Yes. If you go, if you convert into paid membership, you will get all the previous recording as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you can ping to my number. I will share the payment link, and once you done the payment, we will uh, you will have the access. So right now, we have not segregated anything paid and free member. Everyone is able to access the recordings, but I have not uploaded the last 2 days recording, yesterday's and day. So I will upload all the recordings today, and I will try to make your courses up to date. And I got a request from many students like we want to buy it, so please extend the validity. So I am not removed anyone. So I am allowing this test for everyone, though you are a free member or paid member, so that you can experience the platform and you will get a benefit of it. So if you decide in next week to convert, then you can buy the classes, no problem at all. You will get everything. And for paid members, what I am planning a workshop this Sunday. You will get notification. That will be only for paid members. So here I will tell you how to create your LinkedIn profile. So now I don't want my students should wait for 3 months to get the job openings. So I want you should start applying for the post, so that you can understand what are the market demanding, what are the skill set, and if you come to know that, then you will your concentration in the class or your practice will be much improved. So I am going to have this session for paid members on this Sunday. Link will be shared in the everyone per individually who are paid members, and this is not for the free batch. So for free batch, we will start from Monday 7 to 8 a.m. Normal sessions will be there. You can attend the free classes, but workshops you will not have access to the free students.
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, does anyone has any question? Or we are out of time already? We can stop here. Okay, thank you guys. See you Monday morning in continuation of this lecture of Linux. And for paid students, we have a workshop. So be attentive. Like I will be sharing the links individually so that you can start your uh, LinkedIn updation. Okay, thank you guys. See you Monday and Sunday. Bye bye. Okay, I have one question. Okay, there is a little question. I'm taking this last question between using numbers and using letters, which is more efficient for DevOps engineer. You can use any, it is doesn't make any change. It is for you to remember which one is easy for you. You can use anything. There is not efficient or less efficient. Both has the same result. Okay. Thank you guys. See you on Monday. Till time, keep practicing, keep learning. And I know there are recordings are not uploaded. So today I will try to make the updated patch for the all students.